After becoming the President of India, Abdul Kalam once happened to visit a school in Chennai. When he was interacting with the students, he asked a question: who is the enemy to India? As usual, all the students replied, Pakistan is the enemy to India. But one girl in the classroom raised her hand and replied, Sir, Pakistan is not the enemy to India, but poverty is the enemy to India. Abdul Kalam got shocked and he appreciated. After some time, the same girl asked Abdul Kalam ji, Sir, I will give you a puzzle. In that, I will give you 5 words to put those words in order. So, she started saying 5 words. Number 1, Indian. Number 2, Tamilian. Number 3, man. Number 4, scientist. Number 5, President of India. Abdul Kalam, first time in his life, he started scratching his head and started thinking who he is really, who he is exactly. Dear friends, knowing who you are and what is the meaning, purpose, the personality, your goal, attitude, your thinking process, and your quotient skills and self-management, all these are called intrapersonal skills. Today, we are going to learn the concept called interpersonal skills under soft skills. Welcome to this wonderful program, Intra-Personal Skills. I am Dr. M. Sambaya, Assistant Professor, Head of the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, JNTUA College of Engineering, Pulivendula. In this topic, we are going to see the preface, the meaning of intrapersonal skill. Secondly, we are going to learn the power of having intrapersonal skills. Thirdly, we are going to learn the pain or the difficulty in knowing the self and having intrapersonal skills. Fourthly, we are going to learn the exact meaning of having intrapersonal skills or self. Fifthly, we are going to see how and what factors can influence one's intrapersonal skills. And sixthly, we are going to see what includes exactly in intrapersonal skills, or what are the parts in intrapersonal skills. And finally, we are going to learn how to improve intrapersonal skills. We are going to learn the process of improving intrapersonal skills. Now let us see what is the meaning of intrapersonal. So intra means inside, personal means self. So within self, if you have some skills and prove your skills and improve your skills without having any connection, any relationship with any second person, those skills are called intrapersonal skills. So Now let us see what are the advantages of having intrapersonal skills, or what is the power in having intrapersonal skills. Intrapersonal skills makes your life easy. By knowing who you are and the strengths and weaknesses and the opportunities and different kind of things in life, really you can make your life easy. If you don't know who you are and what to do and what not to do, and you make your life difficult. And intrapersonal skills stops self and others deception. People who do not have any knowledge about their self, who do not have any goal in life, who do not have proper thinking process, who are unable to manage their self, are certainly deceived by other people, and they deceive themselves. If you don't know the truth about yourself, everybody tries to deceive you. Media will deceive you, celebrities will deceive you, and your hobbies will deceive you, your friend circle will deceive you, and other people will motivate you to do this and that because you don't know what to do with yourself. Thirdly, intrapersonal skills helps you to realize your exact role in society. So what is your role in society, and what can you contribute to your family, to your society, to the nation, is possible if you have good intrapersonal skills. Fourthly, intrapersonal skills stops hurt feelings in life. If you don't know what to do and you will try to do everything, friends, intrapersonal skills are really useful to each and every individual. They will help you what to do with yourself. If you don't know what to eat, you will try to eat everything. If you don't know what to wear, you will try to wear different kinds of dresses. If you don't know what to drink, you will try to drink all kinds of drinks. If you don't know what to listen, you will try to listen each and everything available on internet. If you don't know what to watch, you will try to watch everything which you come across. And if you don't know what to read, you will try to read everything. And if you don't know what to become, you will try to become everything, and finally you will become nothing. So knowing about yourself and guiding those self skills in proper way will certainly help you to have a meaningful life, and you will not get hurt feelings, and you will have healthy relationships with other people, and your life will be very easy. And fifthly, intrapersonal skills lead to have a better decisions in your life. People who have a sense of direction, self-awareness, certainly will take better decisions. So these are the advantages. Now let us see, is there any difficulty in possessing intrapersonal skills? Yes. Realizing one's self, coming to know the weaknesses, strengths, and accepting them, grabbing the opportunity, overcome the overcoming the weaknesses, threats, is not that much easy. So certainly you have to pay attention about your intrapersonal skills. See, some people deceive themselves by thinking they are good, or some people deceive themselves by thinking they are totally bad. Some people have inferiority complex. Some people have superiority complex. The superiority complex people think they can achieve anything in this world. The inferior complex students think they are good for nothing. But actually, the truth lies in between. Know exactly what you are. Don't deceive yourself. So if you don't want to deceive yourself, and if you want to have understanding about yourself, exactly what you are, intrapersonal skills will help you. And some people, secondly, some people believe that intrapersonal skills are just common sense. No, looking, peeping into your personality, knowing your inner personality cannot happen automatically. You have to take some time to introspect yourself. So it cannot come automatically. You have to pay attention. So you have to be cautious. You have to be conscious about your thinking, your movements, your decisions, your management, skills, and all other things. Thirdly, some people believe that technical skills are more important than intrapersonal skills. No, technical skills are important, but the ultimate purpose of technical skills will be fulfilled in your life when you know what you are and how those skills should be used in society and in connection with your performance. Now, let us see what are the intrapersonal skills exactly. As we have already discussed in introductory class, soft skills contains two types of skills, personal skills and presentational skills. So in personal skills, we have intrapersonal skills and interpersonal skills. And presentational skills, we have verbal skills and non-verbal skills. Now, in intrapersonal skills, we have existential skills, mm, and we have attitudinal skills, and we have thinking skills, and we have quotient skills and self-management skills. So what we have to understand about intrapersonal skills is intrapersonal skills actually the starting point is knowing self. If one person knows about his self, certainly, and he moves further and he thinks about his goal, and later he is proactive, and proactiveness is seen everywhere in his life. And later, after knowing who he is and what to do and how to do certain things, and his attitude will be totally changed. So in attitudinal skills, we have positive attitude, problem solving attitude, and decision making. Later, his thinking process will be changed. So like this, the intrapersonal skills, the sub skills that are there in intrapersonal skills, they start from knowing self to and end at self management skills. So it's a kind of uh, mm, progress, it's a kind of continuous development. Now let us see, before knowing uh, each skill separately, let us try to understand uh, what exactly is interpersonal skill and how it is connected with the personality or personality development. So among all these soft skills, actually intrapersonal skills are directly connected to personality development because they are the foundation, they are the base for the personality development. Now, what is the meaning in knowing self? What is the meaning in what is the meaning in having intrapersonal skills and all these skills? See, knowing the self and possessing all the attitudinal skills, thinking skills, quotient skills, and self-management skills, actually, they are the part and parcel in individuality and personality development. So, dear students, first of all, you must have clarity about your personality, how you are different, how you are unique, how you have unique qualities in contrast with animals, in contrast with other people. So knowing yourself and your uniqueness is the starting point. You know very well there is something uniqueness in being a man. There is something uniqueness to be a human. So there are a lot of differences between man and an animal. Animals do not have proper developed communication, but we have. Animals do not have the self-consciousness, but we have. We know who we are and what to do, what not to do. Animals do not have self uh, consci- conscience. They cannot differentiate between what is good and what is bad. Animals do not have creativity that much. Animals do not have a kind of a community and continuity feeling, but we have such kind of blessings in our lives. So thinking about personality is very, very important in intrapersonal skills. In fact, having knowledge about personality and trying to know the techniques to improve personality are very, very, very much important in personality development. So this is what exactly the process of personality development, as for my understanding, is concerned. So let us try to uh, follow these seven steps about the personality development. Wherever you go, whatever you do, wherever you learn anything about personality development, because nowadays we are coming across different kinds of teachings and workshops and crash courses about the personality development. But one thing sure, whatever things you learn under personality development, soft skills, intrapersonal, interpersonal, verbal skills, and non-verbal skills, and all these things, try to compare with these 10 points and try to evaluate whether they are followable or not. Number one, everyone has a personality. You must believe, you must know that there is a personality in you. Number two, every personality has potentiality. No one is hopeless. You have something potentiality in your life. God does not leave you hopeless. Something God has given you, a special talent in your personality that can sustain you in your life. And thirdly, every personality is different in its existence and nature. You are totally different, and there is no Xerox copy to you. You are the master copy. And since you are master copy, don't try to be Xerox copy to somebody. Don't try to be someone. Don't try to follow somebody. Try to be yourself. And fourthly, personality has been distorted by heredity or environment. So we use the word personality development. Okay. So when we use the word personality development, indirectly we are saying our personalities are not developed. Something happened with our personality. We need to improve more. We need further improvement. So where what happened to our personality? It has been lost somewhere, and something misguided, something uh, mismanaged. So let us understand that concept. Fifthly, personality develops by the willpower rooted from strong and logical belief of oneself. So you can improve your personality on your own when you should have willpower to improve your personality, and you should have logical belief uh, on you. Then only it is possible. And sixthly, the beginning point for improving personality is to accept the need. If you want to get personality development, first of all you have to accept you need to have improvement in your personality. That means you need to know there are some shortcomings, there are some weaknesses in your personality. And seventhly, what possible to an individual on particular condition is possible, the same is possible for all on the same condition. If something is possible to somebody under some condition, the same thing is possible to anybody under the same condition. You must believe that. If somebody has achieved something in his life, in her life, if you put the same effort, determination, hard work, certainly you can reach the same goal. And eighthly, personality can be improved on one's own. You can improve personality on your own. And ninth point, personality development is experiential, not only intellectual. Many people think that getting knowledge about personality development and having some classes and attending some crash courses will help you to improve personality. Of course, it can provide you some information about personality development, but in actuality, you have to improve your personality through life and through experience. Then finally, there is a big question, $1,000 question. What is that? So, who is called to be successful person and whose personality is said to be developed? See, there are so many parameters, but one thing is sure, the practical benefit to the self and society is the ultimate parameter for real success and satisfaction. So, when you are called a successful person, when you are when you have personality development, so when all your success efforts are useful to you and to the society, then only you are called a successful person. If all the success is useful to you only and something negative happens to the society, that cannot be called real success and personality development. That's why Mother Teresa once told, God has not called me to be successful, but God called me to be faithful. So, to be faithful to yourself and to reach your goal according to the call and conviction is more important than getting so-called title called success. Now, how the personality is determined. So there are so many factors. Hereditary will determine your personality. Environment will decide your personality, and your family conditions, your brought up culture, and your values of your family, your religion, your community, and educational status, and all those from your family side will impact your personality type. Later, some situations in life will help you to improve your personality. To they decide some situations, or sometimes a negative situation, sometimes a positive situation, sometimes encouraging situation, sometimes a discouraging situation will help you to improve your personality. And social conditions will also decide your personality. So there are so many concepts about the self. So there are the number of theories. As a student, my dear students, you must know your personality. You must try to dig deep into your personality. You try to understand different types of theories. Triad theory, humanistic theory, and theory of introverts, extroverts, and social learning theory, and psychoanalytical theory proposed by Sigmund Freud. And so many theories are there. If possible, some theories you learn and try to apply in your personality, try to come to a good conclusion what type of person you are. And you must know some basic facts about your individuality and personality. So as for my knowledge is concerned, believing in these basic things will certainly help you to understand your life in reality, and you can estimate things in actuality, and you can understand the people from real perspective. Then your life will be meaningful. So man is a tri-elemental being, and man is tri-elemental being. We have two elements. First one is material, that is our body. Second one is non-material, that is soul and spirit. So beyond that, you need not to have any kind of superstitious beliefs, but simply believe these three things, and certainly you will have a logical understanding of personality. And so many other theories are there. So biblical analysis, according to Bible, man is created in the supreme image of God. I too believe this concept. So God, the triune God in the Bible, they have in triune God or in the form of Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. There is a Trinity. There is equality. There is a diversity. There is humility, and there is a speciality among these three people. Uh, that personality uh, is given to human beings. So they have freedom, and they have thinking, they have consciousness, they have will, and they have conscience. By going through these four qualities, people are given freedom, that is called volition. Your life is in your hands. So the Bible declares that you can make or break your life. because you are given freedom. This is a one concept. Now let us go to psychological analysis of the personality. See how the personality is made. First of all, the way you think about yourself. It is an inner layer. There are so many layers in our personality. The first one is inner layer, the self. So after having exact knowledge about yourself, your attitudes will come out. Your attitude will decide your value system. Your value system will decide your belief system, and your belief system again will turn into your actions. And your actions finally exhibit in the form of your behavior. So if somebody is behaving like this, it's not automatically. Behind that behavior there are four layers: action layer, values layer, and attitude layer, and self layer. So, and there is another analysis, temperamental analysis. So there are four kinds of personalities according to this analysis. Based on the availability of the fluids in human body, there is sanguine model, choleric model, melancholic model, and phlegmatic. So the sanguine people are emotional, and the choleric people are determinative, and melancholic model are technical, and phlegmatic people are diplomatic. So these sanguine people, uh, they can become entertainer, and choleric people, they will become leader, and melancholic people, they become technicians, and phlegmatic people become counselors. So based on the personality you have, you can choose your career also. And this is another analysis. There are different kinds of analyses or theories will help you to understand your personality. So this is a famous a concept called Johari windows. You know, in your personality there are four kinds of windows. In your personal there are four kinds of windows. About your personality there are four types of things. For example, uh, about your personality you know something but others do not know. And about your personality you don't know something but others know about something about you. And in your personality you don't know anything about yourself, and others also do not know anything about yourself. And finally you know about yourself, and others also will know about yourself. So these are the four windows, and fourth window is the best window. The more your life is known to you and to other people, there is much chance to improve your personality. So go through all these concepts and improve your personality. And SWOT analysis. In SWOT analysis, you know very well, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So fourth one, threats, is replaced by challenges. It is called SWAC. SWAC. So corporate psychology and personal development philosophy doesn't accept the word threat. Nothing is threat to life. It's a challenge. Never use the word threat or problem in your life. Everything is a challenge if you take. And this is another concept called transactional analysis. So these are all will help you to know about your personality types. And again, relationship based personalities are there. So investigative personality, artistic personality, social personality, enterprising personality, and conventional personality, realistic personality. So what I want to finally tell is, first of all, if you want to improve your intrapersonal skills, my sincere suggestion is try to have clear idea about your type of personality. For that one, you have to investigate. You try to go deep into your personality and have clarity what type of person you are, how are your emotions, and how do you react in different types of situations. Then only you will have a good starting point to have intrapersonal skills in your life. So for having good intrapersonal skills in your life, the starting point is knowing self. See how knowing self can tremendously influence the rest of your life is very interesting. Is very interesting. I will give one illustration. It happened some time back in China. uh, in a house, in a whole house, some people were cleaning or removing the house. Suddenly they found one uh, Buddha statue, which is covered with mud and soil. So they think that it is only made of some mud and soil. But they started removing, and suddenly they found there is a shining on the idol. So they started removing, cleaning the mud or soil. And finally, for their surprise, they came to know, that is a big, pure golden statue of Buddha. This message was sent to Dalai Lama, and he told a beautiful message. He sent a beautiful message to the Buddhist monks. Don't get surprised when you see such kind of golden Buddha. And you have to learn a lesson from that incident. Dalai Lama told, what is that lesson? See, everybody is Buddha. So in your personality, there is Buddha. And it is unfortunately covered by some kind of dust. When you remove it, when you remove it, you will find real Buddha, the golden Buddha in your life. Dear students, do you know what is the concept of Buddha? Greatest concept in personality development. I will tell you. So Buddha got a big doubt in his life. What is the reason for all the problems of mankind? And he left his palace, his wife and kids, and he went to a forest and started meditating, and he applied eliminating method in yoga. And he started thinking, what is the reason for all the problems of mankind? When he started doing yoga and meditation, trying to eliminate the false reasons for the problems of mankind, and slowly started coming to the real factors for the problems of mankind. When he was in that deep meditation and thinking, and and his enemies came and they started disturbing him because he was a king. They are blaming, you are a king, you have eaten this and that, you enjoyed life, you don't have any right to know the secret of the life, the truth of life. But he was not disturbed. He was concentrating. He concentrated, and after 40 days, he came to know the exact reason for all the problems of mankind. He came to know the truth. For all these days, they were disturbing his concentration and attention. After opening his eyes after 40 days, what did he say? One of the greatest saying. This is the tree where Buddha meditated. Still, it is available. Now, what is the quotation he told now? After opening, after 40 days of his meditation, Buddha told one famous quotation which has changed the history of the world. What is that quotation? Dear students, birth and background have nothing to do with a person's greatness. Constant efforts from now only will make a person great. For all these days, you are blaming me that I am not eligible for knowing the truth of the life. Who told? Who told? See, birth and background have nothing to do with person's greatness. If you want to become great, there is nothing to do with your background and birth. Your constant efforts will make you greatest person in the world. That is the first quote, first dialogue uttered from the mouth of Lord Buddha. You know, this quotation was exactly believed by a poor boy some 100 years back in India. So he was humiliated because of his community, and he was not given proper education, and he struggled a lot in his life. But he believed that his background at birth cannot change his future. That's why he started putting efforts on his own and finally became the Bharata Ratna and chief architect of Indian Constitution, which is a backbone, a foundation for the sustainment of the India and its development for since our freedom. He is none other than Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. You know, if you believe who you are and what you can do with your original skill, you can achieve wonders. So after knowing who you are, and immediately among intrapersonal skills, you will proceed to have a proper goal. Having goal is very, very important. You see this picture? Just 21 years back, Obama was with his friend, with his brothers at his grandma's place. You know, but very soon his destiny was changed and he became president to America twice. And the only thing he promised at the time of economic crisis was, I can do and we can do. So many times he told in his interview, how could it possible? How could it possibly? He told, I have vision, passion, and plan of action in my life. So people who know who they are, certainly they will have clarity about their future. They have goal. See, this is the country 40 years back. And now see the same place with a different structure. Singapore. You know, the founder of Singapore, the father of Singapore and its development, Lee, once asked, what is the secret behind the success, development of your country? He told, I have three success secrets behind my country and its development. Number one, planning. Number two, planning. Number three, planning. Dear students, if you don't have goal, a goalless life is goalmal life. I suggest to all the students, guys and girls, have goals. Don't follow each other. So, goal setting is the second quality of a person who has good intrapersonal skills. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, have and proper smart goal setting. An ideal goal should have these 5 ingredients. SMART. Goal should have Goal should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be attainable, it should be realistic, and finally, goal must have a timeline, deadline. It must be time bound. Otherwise, it's not at all a goal. See, I always suggest the young students, you think about your future, how much it is important to have a clarity about your future. Every student must have clarity in his life about his future. Out of that clarity, you will have goal. See, your life is 80 years. What you do within 25 years, the part A of your life will decide part B of your life. My dear students, part A, if you enjoy and don't care about your career, about your parents, about your future, part B will be highly pathetic and problematic. If you take a little bit risk and pain, and if you have a clarity about your future goal, in part A, part B will be beautiful and enjoyable. Choice is in your hands. And people who have intrapersonal skills, they will move further. They have wonderful attitudinal skills. So attitude is very, very important. So this is called Calgary Towers, located in Canada, one of the biggest towers in the world. There are a lot of miraculous things about it. Top, there are hotels. It moves 360 degrees. It can withstand big, strong storm and earthquake. It is a miracle in engineering and construction. People wonder, even engineers wonder, how it can withstand against many difficulties like earthquakes and storms. There is a secret in it. See the Calgary Tower. Calgary Tower. So on the earth, the structure which you are seeing is only 60%. 60%. The superstructure is 60%. The actually 40% of the building is inside of the earth. 40%. The foundation is 40%, and superstructure which is visible on the earth is only 60%. So invisible foundation is very, very important for strengthen your life. What is that invisible foundation for better future? Attitude. Attitude will decide your aptitude. Attitude will decide your altitude. Your attitude will decide your amplitude. You'll become most powerful person in this world. Later, you have to move the quotient skills, quotient thinking skills. So we have analytical skills, analytical thinking, creative thinking, and lateral thinking, many other thinking skills. Thinking skills are very much essential for all kinds of students, especially technical students. In interview, all these skills will be tested. Later, A person who has intrapersonal skills will have quotient skills. There are three types of quotients: emotion, intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, and spiritual or social quotient. So, intelligent quotient is very much needed for a student. What do you mean by intelligent quotient? Gaining maximum information and preserving that information and reproducing according to situation in practical life is intelligent quotient. Your mind must be filled with a lot of information, then you are called intelligent person. You have intelligent quotient. Secondly, if you have intelligent quotient, that's not sufficient. The information which is in your brain, that will not be sufficient. It must be properly channelized through your different situations with people. So channelizing emotions properly according to situation, according to the people and the responses is called emotional quotient. Emotions are very much essential. You might have known many things about emotional quotient, emotional intelligence in the emotional intelligence topic. So use your emotions intelligently. Thirdly, social quotient or spiritual quotient. Yeah, both are right. Some people say there is no spirituality, some people say there is no social. Yes, both are right. Why? If you say that you are socially good, you should have spirituality. If you believe that you are spiritually good, you have a lot of spiritual power, you have connection with the God, you pray and do puja, this and that, unless until your spirituality is reflected, your relationship with second person in your life, your spirituality will be wasted. So spirituality means having a healthy relationship with other person. So according to this definition, spiritual skills or spiritual quotient and social quotient are very very important. Many people misuse religion spirituality. Many people turn that religion spirituality into superstition. So I advise and suggestion students not to have such kind of sentiments, and try to control your spiritual emotions and spirituality. And later, finally, among all the intrapersonal skills, the last stage is self-management skills. Self-management skills, managing self, your hobbies, your habits, your desires, your dreams, your addictions are very very important. That may be anger, that may be stress, that may be your time. So self-management skills are very much essential. So among all the intrapersonal skills, self-management skills are a final stage. All your intrapersonal skills finalized will be evaluated the way you maintain yourself. Nowadays, youth are habituated for shortcuts. They're addicted to different kinds of entertainment modes. They are addicted to screen culture, hand screen, silver screen, private screen, and small screen. Screen is ruling the world. Students stop thinking with their brain. They started thinking with their eyes only. Their eyes are habituated to watch, to listen, not to think. So, and some people, uh, they are habituated to different kinds of affections, like likes and loves. So all these things will stop your self-management skills. Self-management skills. So if at all, if you want to love your education, love the knowledge, and manage your time. Time is precious. Time is precious. So managing time also comes under managing self-management skills. One of the best examples for self-management is Napoleon Bonaparte. He has so many defects in his life, and he asked his one of best friends to paint his picture, which should be remarkable throughout the history. And he himself suggested to put certain things in the picture, in the painting. He asked his friend to portray his left leg as a lady leg, because it is amputated, it is weak, he's a short fellow, and uh, he has a lot of fear about cats, and but still, in spite of all these things, he is stretching towards reach his goal. He was short. Because of that quality, he used to enjoy standing in the front line of the army and used to learn a lot of skills. So he took everything negative into positive way, and he improved his intrapersonal skills. Finally, he has ruled the Europe for years together. He has become one of the remarkable and famous person in the history of Europe. Before going to discuss how to improve intrapersonal skills, I will tell you, based on your intrapersonal skills, when you attend an interview, the questions will be asked. See, for example, based on your personality, first question, the way you have knowledge about yourself, generally, the top most repeatedly asked questions in any interview are these. Number one, introduce yourself. Number two, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Number three, why should we hire you? Number four, why do you select our company? Number five, how do you behave in particular troublesome or problematic situation? So these are the top five questions. All these questions are directly related to intrapersonal skills. So if you have good knowledge and if you improve intrapersonal skills, you can face interviews very easily. Now, how to strengthen your personality is a big question. So before knowing the tips and techniques to improve your personality, let us try to believe improving personality is not automatic, but it should be intentional. You should believe, you should determine yourself that you should improve your personality. You should improve your intrapersonal skills. Number two, personality development is not mystical, but it is practical. Suddenly you cannot become, overnight you cannot become a perfect man. The perfection, the success, improving intrapersonal skills will come by putting your decisions into practice on daily basis. Number three, development is displayed by behavior than belief. Many people think that I have good belief. No, you can have belief unless until you put into practice. No, it will not be finalized. Finally, personality development is personal first, relational next. Personally, you have to develop. Then it should reflect in your day-to-day relationships. Then it will lead you to have good interpersonal skills. We'll learn about interpersonal skills in next class. So I'm going to give you practical tips to improve interpersonal skills. Get ready. Number one, make time for self-reflection. If you want to improve your intrapersonal skills, the first step, stop your busy life. Have self-introspection. Have self-examination of your life. Who are you? Where are you going? Finally, if you go with these hobbies and habits, likes and dislikes, plan of action, will you reach your goal? Stop, cross-check, and think about your future. That's why Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. The moment you stop learning, you're equal to die, Socrates says. So self-introspection, continuously cross-checking about your movements, about your thinking process, about yourself, your strengths and weaknesses, whether you're overcoming it or not, or you're becoming strong day by day, intrapersonally, are very, very important in your life. So number two, second technique to improve intrapersonal skills, redirect your natural talent. We have already learned that everybody is somehow abundantly blessed with some natural talent. Dear students, try to know what is your natural talent. There is something unique within you. There is something unique within you. That is your responsibility to know that your talent and explore it. So I will give some practical tips. So explore the possibility. Wherever you have a possibility to prove your skill, prove it. Find out the need in society. Involve, go there, participate in it. And there you experiment with your talent, your gift. So don't search for the opportunities. You create the opportunities. Go and involve. And after doing that activity, examine your feelings, whether by doing that activity, by participating in that competition, or doing something, whether you're really getting satisfaction or not. If you get satisfaction out of that, you're a good fellow. And if that is your skill. And later, you evaluate your effectiveness, improve that satisfaction, improve that skill, and you try to implement it continuously. And by doing that, if people say that you are good in that one and you get any appreciation, yeah, that is, you confirm that skill is your final skill, and try to be perfect in that skill. Dear students, market or corporate company corporates do not expect that you must be perfect in all skills, but you must be perfect at least in one skill. Thirdly, cultivate passion and compassion in your life. An ounce of practice is more than tons of preaching, Gandhi said. So cultivate passion and compassion. Try to put everything in practice. Try to take risk. A person who takes risk only will get wonderful lessons in life. They know that is the starting, that is the exact method to improve your personality. Giving is giving till it hurts. You know what is real giving? Some people study only for 2 hours. They feel that they studied well. No, if you study until you get hurt by taking pain, if you study, then only it is real study. If you read comfortably for some time, it's not real study. Write your assignment, feel pain with your finger. That is called real learning, really writing assignment. So when you do something, try to take a risk and get hurt by that. You will see the thrilling of learning those skills, becoming perfect in it. Finally, my dear students, be faithful to yourself. Be faithful to yourself. You know how to be faithful to yourself? I created this theory on my own. Whenever I give personality development or motivational classes, I call it gap theory. If you want to get success in your life, if you want to improve intrapersonal skills, connecting to those intrapersonal skills, you should never maintain 4 gaps. So you should never maintain a gap between your material and your mind. Whatever syllabus is prescribed for your course, that is material, it must enter into your brain, in your mind. A student who always closes his brain not to allow the syllabus subject into his mind, certainly he cannot be successful. Whatever, from cover to cover, you have to finish the syllabus. There are no important questions. A to Z you have to study. Number 2, there should not be any gap between your ability and action. You can do something, do it perfectly. Can you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Yes, you can get up at 5 o'clock. Can you continue to study for 8 hours? Yes, you can do that. If you are able to study 8 hours continuously, if you study only 4 hours, there is a problem. So never maintain a gap between your ability and action. And thirdly, never maintain a gap between your belief and behavior. What you believe, behave. Some people believe something, they behave something outwardly. Try to maintain transparency in your behavior. Transparency in behavior. And finally, my dear students, one of the greatest success secrets in your life, never maintain gap between yourself and your parents. Talk with your mom, dad every day. Call them. Say, I love mom. I love dad. I love you, dad. You are doing hard work for me. I am studying well. I am with you. Thanks for your love. Students, children who do not maintain proper relationship with their parents will be diverted, will be misguided by his friends and neighbors and celebrities. So you try to maintain, be faithful. Wish you all the best. Thanks for spending your valuable time. So this is what all about intrapersonal skill. Thank you.